Today we're going to be taking a look at File Station. Now what File Station is it's kind of a modularized app that you can run, or a service that you can run on any of your unused hardware, and by providing essentially compute, you're able to earn the Filecoin. Now, one of the big things with Filecoin is they have very strict requirements around what you need to be a provider on their network. However, File Station's come along and has kind of built a layer on top of the Filecoin network that essentially incentivize you to provide certain predetermined actions on the Filecoin network. Now, out of the box, day one, kind of where we are right now, what that is validating that the files exist on the Filecoin network and that they're accessible. So literally all it's going to do is you're going to run this as a service, and it's going to go out to the Filecoin network and try to download a file, make sure it can open it, and just essentially do data integrity checks to make sure those files are accessible. And for that, you're earning a small percentage of the Filecoin token. Now, this app is available as both a backend service and also as a GUI. You can run it in Windows, you can run it in Docker, Linux, Mac OS. They've got versions for all of them. Today I'm going to show you how to install the Windows version. However, I have also installed the Docker version. I'm actually running it on my Synology NAS as well. And another cool thing about this is you don't have to open any ports, anything like that. It kind of does a polling mechanism where it reaches out to the Filecoin network. It's all outbound traffic, and then it's downloading the file. So it's just like you using a web browser, but they kind of do it in a private container. And it is 100% open source. So if you do want to take a look at any of the source code, it is over on their GitHub at github.com/filecoin-station. And they have their roadmap. They have everything over here. And what we want to do is, I just want to scroll down and kind of show you kind of what the modules are. So right now there's only one module in it, which they're calling Spark. And all the Spark module does is, as I mentioned, it goes out, downloads the file, and validates it. And because it's very minimal, the requirements are also minimal. So here you can see Spark requires 1 gig of RAM and only 2 gigabytes of free disk space, and then obviously bandwidth. Those are the only requirements that are needed to run this. In fact, I am running it. If we hop on over to one of my machines here, this specific machine here, you can see I just started this a few hours ago. We've completed 218 jobs. That's essentially checking 218 files. These are our pending rewards. And if we hover over this, you can see that they do the payouts once a month if you hit the threshold. So something to keep in mind. Now you can run as many instances of this as you want. In fact, I'm currently running 5 instances of this, all on different machines. And if we pop on open Task Manager, take a look at the running resources on this thing. And what you can see is virtually no CPUs being used at all. We're using 238 megs of RAM. And this specific machine, I am actually CPU mining XMRig on using all cores. So this has a Ryzen 5900 in it. You can see we're getting 12 kilohash. We are mining on all the threads, and at the same time providing kind of this file check solution. And the way the GUI works is it creates its own wallet, and it's going to accumulate, and it's going to pay out to that wallet. Once it pays out, we can then put in whatever destination address that we actually want to transfer the funds to. Now, if you're running this in Docker, you can have it pay out directly to whatever wallet address you want. Now, to actually install it, it's very simple. All you need to do is head on over to filestation.app or filestation.app, and under the download section here, you're going to see a Windows button. That's what we're going to run today. I've already downloaded the installer, and we're just going to double click it. And this is actually on one of my etc MC nodes. So we're going to go ahead and install this. And once it's installed, we're going to go ahead and run it. And it's going to walk us through just some information around essentially what it is. So we're going to say continue. We're going to say continue again. And this is where it's going to tell you it's going to create a new wallet. And we're just going to hit create wallet. It's not going to give us the seed phrase or anything, but we can access that. So here you can see everything is basically up and running. It's already completed a job. If you wait a few minutes, you'll start to see this job ticker go up, and eventually this will go up as well based on the number of jobs you are completing. But that's all there is to getting it up and running. Now, if you do want to grab the seed phrase and back that up, if you head on over to their documentation, they actually do tell you how you can do that. And it's all right here under this. If you go to docs.filestation.app and then go to your station wallet, here they show you that all you have to do is open up Credential Manager, do Windows Credentials, and then select the Filecoin Station wallet /seed or generic credentials, hit show password. That password will be your seed phrase. And then there you can see it's already completed a second job. And essentially all we need to do is just let this app run, and it's going to periodically check those files in the background, and we are going to earn Filecoin as a reward. So if we just hop on over here you can see I've earned 0.000291 Filecoin so far. Again, this has only been up for about 3.5 hours, so not too bad. And I am running this on all 5 of these machines. And here you can see most of these haven't been running for that long. But we are getting and completing jobs. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, one caveat with the Docker container is that you can't use a F1 wallet address. Just the way the Filecoin smart contract works right now, you can't use that type of wallet address. So you will want either a 0x address for the FEVM or the F4 address. I think it's F4. If you head on over to their GitHub, they do tell you that information. So if we scroll down to the Docker section, actually it's up here, sorry. Right here, they tell you that F1 addresses are currently not supported. Rewards for station operators are administered by a FEVM smart contract. It's currently technically complex to make payments to those F1 addresses. So they do recommend the F410 address or the 0x address. So when I spun up my Docker container, I configured it to go 0x. I am storing my Filecoin on a 1-key touch, and there's a separate Filecoin FEVM chain on there that generates a 0x address, and that's what I'm sending that to. So just keep that in mind as well. But running it in Docker is basically just the CLI version of the GUI. The only difference is it will pay out direct to your wallet versus going to an interim wallet, which is how the GUI works, is everything will kind of go to these interim wallets, and then you will have to do your transfer to your regular wallet whenever you want to. But that's it for this video. Just kind of wanted to give you a brief overview of this app, kind of how it works, how to set it up, and if you want to earn some Filecoin at home, this is a great way to do that without needing a lot of hardware. All of these are running on mini PCs, with the exception of this specific machine, which is running on one of my mining kind of mini PCs.